Hello, you beautiful creatures. How the devil are you? I hope you're well. It's been a while since I last did this, and it feels weird. It feels really weird. I'm not gonna lie. Apologies for this. Sorry. Yeah, kind of sucks. So I just wanted to put up a update, I guess, and a thank you for everything that's gone on. So for a bit of context, if you guys or are new, hello. I'm so sorry you're coming at this really weird time where we were doing so well and we had such a good peak with like Download and Ghost and Yorkshire Comic Con, and then it's just gone radio silent. I'm Lou, or Lucifer as my friends like to call me. By my friends, I mean my ever-growing army of demons who have been absolutely wonderful. I could not ask for a better bunch of people to support the channel. I've been away. I've been away for over a week now. I have been really sick. So I'll tell you the story of what's been happening. Some of it is going to go into too much information. Like, I can only apologise, but you know, my mind is that mushed right now. I am past the point of caring, essentially. I have been through so much that I don't care anymore. My mental health is just not good. So a couple of weeks ago, it's more like a month ago now, a month ago I started noticing that I was having very similar symptoms to something that happened to me last year. I had liquid on my right ovary, so I had a cyst on my ovary, and it was horrendous. It was awful. I've never known pain like it. So they put me on antibiotics and sent me on my way, and apparently it cleared up. I don't know. Oh my god, this is so bright. Wow. Yeah, so last month a month ago I started experiencing similar issues. So I felt really sick, I felt really tired, I didn't want to do anything, I was losing energy really fast, different parts of my body were clogging up. I also have IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome. Mostly with that, it's brought on by stressful situations, and a lot of it's very emotionally driven, but 9 times out of 10 I'm sick rather than it going down the other way. However, I was essentially getting clogged up. Nothing was happening. I lost my appetite. I wasn't eating. And yeah, that was the situation. And I was getting a stabbing pain again in my ovary. So last year I didn't actually know that it was liquid in my ovary because I couldn't feel it. Like, I couldn't feel anything. Whereas this time I could, and I can. The can is important. So I went to the doctors and I said, look, you know, I'm really concerned. This is the second time it's happened now, and I just want answers, and this keeps happening. I'm messing work about with it. I'm losing a lot of my personal time because of it. I'm in so much pain. Please, can somebody help me? Ended up going to the hospital. Got checked out. I had every single test done to me under the sun. You name it, poked and prodded and had things put in all the wrong places. So yeah, in the ultrasound, shocker, they found something again. They found liquid on my ovary again. Awesome. Right, okay, something's going to be done. I was then sent for a CT scan. They couldn't pick up anything on the CT scan. This is really bright. Oh my gosh, I literally look like a ghost. Look at the bags under my eyes. Yeah, so I went for a CT scan, which showed nothing. By this point, I was in a lot of pain. And they basically decided that I was staying in hospital overnight without giving me anything to go on. They gave me nothing to go on. Now, I'm not gonna blame the nurses or anybody like that, because they were phenomenal, and I will get onto that a little bit later. Like, I have so much praise for the nurses who were with me. I wouldn't have been able to do it without them, honestly. So they basically put me in hospital. They put me in a ward, and I was to stay overnight. So I stayed overnight, and bearing in mind, I've never been in a hospital to stay overnight before. This was very new to me. I felt very alone, very vulnerable, very afraid, and yeah, it was wild. It was absolutely wild. You know, I was calling Gareth and basically saying, look, you know, I'm not coming home. We thought I was coming home. I'm not coming home. So I still got this pain. I've got this persistent pain. They're giving me ibuprofen and paracetamol. Now, over the next 3 days, I kid you not, I had this consultant, and he was vile. He was absolutely vile. He'd like ask me a question about what I was wearing, because I had like my band t-shirts and stuff with me anyway. And as I was explaining, he'd be like, yeah, whatever. What's going on today? Now, bearing in mind, I'd lost some of my bodily functions for about 6 days at this point. And I was telling him about it. And he was like, oh, whatever, just, you know, just give her this and it'll pass, it'll be fine. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing on your ultrasound scan. There's nothing on your CT scan. You're fine. Wow, okay. So I am literally like just waiting in this ward for what I don't know. I have no idea. And through this time, I'm progressively getting worse. The pain is getting worse. My appetite, I'm literally just barely eating at this point. And on one of the last days I was there, the pain was so bad. So the pain I had last year, I thought was bad. Nah, nothing compared to this. I was screaming blue murder. Everybody, I was in a ward with three other lovely ladies. They were so nice, and even they were getting out of bed to be like, are you okay? Like, do you need somebody? And the nurses were coming to me and like giving me pain relief and whatever, and it got to a point where morphine just wasn't enough. Like, it was not helping at all. And it essentially took them, I think it was between 5 and 6 hours to finally give me something or to do something about it. So it helped me regain one of my bodily functions. So I'd essentially been left in the ward on my own, them having no clue what was going on, for 5 to 6 hours, screaming. I nearly tore through the bloody pillowcase because I was biting so hard and trying to muffle my screams, because, you know, the people in the ward, they didn't want to hear me. They were exhausted. They'd had their own stuff going on. And finally something happened. The dam burst, as they say, gave way, and, you know, great relief. It was better. However, the pain in my ovary was still there, is still there. So he doesn't come back again. The consultant, after I have been seen to, does not come back to visit me. I then get somebody completely different coming over. Hi, just to let you know, we're happy for you to go home. We haven't seen anything in your CT scan. You're all fine. But what about my ultrasound scan? Oh, well, what do you mean? Well, they found something on my ultrasound scan, but they didn't find something on my CT scan. So where does that put me? Oh, we'll get the gynecologist for you. I'd been waiting for days to hear that. And you know what? She was brilliant. She really put up with all of this accumulated agony like desperation and just sheer sadness. I'd been made to feel like I was that big, and like I didn't know my own body, and I was made to feel stupid, and I was meant to be in a place where I wasn't meant to be in pain, and I was meant to be fine, and I wasn't fine. Sorry. And I wasn't fine. So she then goes and consults, because she says the concerning thing is that there's 2 opposing reports. I've got a CT scan saying they can't find something, and I've got a ultrasound scan saying they have found something. So she comes back to me, look, we can't do anything right now. Great. Can't do anything right now. If it gets worse and you come back in 2 months, we will do another ultrasound for you. We'll do another ultrasound for you. But in the meantime, if the pain gets worse or if any of your symptoms come back, then come back to hospital. And then they sent me home. So that's where I'm at. I'm back at work now, and honestly, everyone at work has been amazing. Every single person at work who I've come into contact with has been amazing with me. They've been so understanding and so accommodating. So I've basically got to the point now where I've got to let this pain continue, and I've just got to keep deteriorating for 2 months for them to maybe do something about it, or just be told the same thing again and to go back again in 2 months. And it's awful because so if you guys, this is going to come out after the London Comic Con video. So I actually went to London Comic Con, and I was in such a state that we had to say I wasn't there, because for most of it I was either sat down, going to the bathroom, or just terrified of being left on my own, because I was left on my own so much. So that's it. That's where I'm at. And, you know, I just want to say such a big thank you to the nurses who did as much as they could, because they did as much as they could. You know, they listened to me, they empathised with me, they completely understood where I was coming from. Listen, I'm 27, and if I need something removing, if I need my ovary removing, I will have it removed, because it is causing me so much pain. But apparently I don't know my own body, and I don't know what's best for me. And this isn't the first time it's happened. Not just to me, but other people. And I'm just so angry, because I don't know. I don't know what it's going to mean for me. I don't know what it's going to mean for the channel. Like, you know, whether I'm going to be fit and better and ready and, you know, on top form anytime soon, and then it's just going to get worse again, and I'm just going to keep having this constant good and bad and good and bad. And my brain, oh my God. Like, I had such a bad anxiety attack in there, and the nurses were very honest and said, we don't know how to deal with this because we haven't been trained. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The NHS is a mess. The whole thing is a mess. And I hope things get better. Not just for patients, but for the staff, particularly the nurses. Like, my best friend, I would kill for this woman, Sophie. She works as an NHS nurse, and on her break, she came and visited me. And honestly, without her, without my friends, Kevin and his partner, without Gareth, without my dad, without, you know, my friends, Jade, Paul, Kirsty, coming to see me, I don't know, I'd be in a hell of a lot worse mental state than I am now. Because that's it, isn't it? You know, it's not just the ailment. If you've got a mental illness and you're going through that, you're then developing another trauma, and I feel like a nuisance. I feel like I don't know what I'm talking about. So now I'm second guessing everything that I think, and Gareth's having to reassure me that what I think is fine, and I know my own head and I know my own body, but because of the way I've been made to feel, that's not the way. And I just want it so desperately to come back, because I know how much you guys enjoy the videos and you enjoy the channel, and yeah, sorry. So that's the update. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen. I just want you guys to know that whilst I'm home and trying to do my best with the situation, I will try and keep you guys up to date. But Gareth has done such a good job with keeping the channel going. He really has, and I'm so proud of him. And I want to say thank you to you guys, like particularly on my Instagram account. You've all been so wonderful, and the comments have been wonderful, and Patreon as well, all of my Patreons, and on the Facebook group, you've all been wonderful. So if anybody's joined recently, I am so sorry that this is the introduction you're getting, because chances are you have subscribed from one of the videos that Gareth did to cover for us both, and you're seeing the main attraction, and she's not what you expected her to be. I'm just not feeling very Lucifer right now. And that really sucks, because I keep thinking, what would she say? So that's the update. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for bearing with me. We are 30 subscribers away from 2K, and I cannot believe it. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. I'm just hoping that the next couple of videos are going to be positive and hopefully go back to the vibes that we're known for. But once again, I'm saying this, and I hate saying it every time. Please just bear with me. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. I tried to get solutions and it was just thrown back in my face. So I thought, unfortunately, it's just going to be a case of malicious compliance, potentially end up getting worse, and then going back and being like, what now? So yeah, that's the vibe. But I've got good stuff coming up. It's my birthday on Thursday, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I know this might have been hard for some of you, because I know you really care about me, and I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you. One of the positives is probably that I've lost a bit of weight in my face. I've literally been on a diet of cheese and crackers and egg sandwiches, so that's been a positive, I guess. I've got my wedding dress fitting on the 26th, which, you know, I'm really excited about. I'm going to vlog that as well. So there are good things coming, but the future, I don't know. But yeah, thank you for listening, and I hope that we can get back to our regularly scheduled programming soon for you guys, because you deserve it. Thank you for bearing with me. I hope you've had a good day. If not, that's okay. Always remember, tomorrow's a new day. See you later, guys. Bye.